Good morning, Illini. I'm Jared Farmer. It's April 5th, and we are officially kicking off Mom's Weekend 2019.
Hi, everyone. I'm Taylor Howard, and I'm excited for the show today, and I'm hoping the weather clears up.
Yeah, me too. It's supposed to heat up this afternoon, though, so hopefully, we can take our moms out and have some, fun Mom's Day activities. Did you have anything planned for Mom's Weekend?
No, my mom unfortunately can't come. What about your mom?
Well, she had planned, it's sort of like play it by ear, but she had planned on coming down this afternoon, so, we might hang out, go to dinner this evening, but then she's got to leave tomorrow morning, so
wow.
I won't have the full weekend, but...
Looks like we're pretty momless.
Right.
But let's check out what we've got coming up on the show today.
Good morning, Illini. In 2019.
And then we'll show you how spring intramurals kicked off across the Illini campus.
Later, we'll see how students deal with mid-semester stress by visiting ponies at the Native American house.
So let's get started.
Good morning, Illini.
Okay, we got some good stuff in here.
You gotta be smart about how much you buy. For example,
Good morning, Lana.
We're starting off today's Mom's Weekend episode with GMI on campus, where we take a look at some of the couple of stories that are happening around the Champaign-Urbana area.
For our first story, we will see the construction is progressing across the U of I campus. And I know many people know that the M project is affecting multiple locations on campus, including Green Street and the main roads to the quad.
And not only is the Green and 6th location affecting pedestrians' paths, but it is also bringing along a major retailer to the hub of campus town, Target.
Exactly.
Right.
I heard that they confirmed it last week, and you know what? I think that'll be very beneficial to students on campus because a lot of people don't have cars. Like, who needs cars now,
Right, exactly. That whole trip over to Walmart or the Target that's over in Champaign, that becomes unnecessary, and maybe, you have a little bit more competitive prices. You don't have to spend as much money at County Market anymore, so.
Exactly. County Market is so expensive, but sprinting on our next story, the Illini football started their spring season and working hard to prepare for the fall.
The team started practice on March 26th, and they are going to have 15 practices leading up to their annual orange and blue spring game on April 13th. Illini football has been in a bit of a rebuild process since Coach Lovie Smith started in 2016. And last year, the Illini went 4-8, which was their best season yet.
The Illini are continuing to improve their put-in work during the season. And new recruits, new coaching staff changes. Hopefully, we're going to see success because I personally believe in them. I don't know about you.
Right. I'm excited to see what we've got coming up from them this season. Defensive tackle and redshirt sophomore Jamal Woods, he had the chance to talk to GMI about what he expects and some of the progress that they've made during the offseason. So.
Yeah, we're trying to, we don't want to look at that losing season no more. We're trying to progress from that and be able to make it to a bowl game this year. We want us to be known as the team that came from nothing, now we're something. So this year, it's time to make that change.
Next up, the last session of spring intramurals started and is in full swing. Intramurals is a great option for students on campus who played in high school and missed the competitive atmosphere, or just someone looking to have fun.
They're relatively easy to join, and they have activities that fit just about everybody's needs and abilities. Anybody can create a team, whether it's your fraternity, sorority, group of friends, RSO, doesn't really matter. Some of the sports that are included are sand volleyball, as you could see, soccer, football, of course, flag football, if you don't feel like tackling people, and ultimate frisbee, a personal favorite of mine.
Ooh, back in my day, I used to play basketball, so I need to, join an intramural team or GMI. We can do frisbee.
Of course.
Patrick's really athletic, as we've seen in the past, so we should definitely
put
him on the
MVP
team.
Freshman Patrick Catezone.
With Mom's Weekend in full swing, stories on Campus Town are preparing for their apparel selection.
Game Day has prepared signs and made sure to have all of their Illini Mom's Day apparel on display. Green Street Floors as well, with mom shopping and searching for the perfect Illini gear. They'll have mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and some of the items that you can find in Game Day spirit on green.
So, you know, I think that the deals are really good. The Illini Union Bookstore also has a lot of discounts as well, so we can rack up this weekend.
Yeah, of course, you know, get into the full Mom's Day spirit and everything.
If my mom's going to be here.
Right. I'm
Last,
sorry.
but most definitely not least, the Native American House on campus hosted a miniature therapy horse visit. Ponies were there to provide therapy for students as the midterm season is in full swing.
The Native American House chose ponies because they are unique animals and felt like the campus lacked visits from certain service animals. Petting the ponies is an interesting therapy called equine, I think it was pronounced. And it's called that because the ponies, they're supposed to be able to, I guess, like, notice your mood, and then it's just a form of relieving stress, which it's final season coming up, so, you know.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the campus is doing a good job finding other coping mechanisms to alleviate stress. So I do appreciate how they're doing that with service dogs, etc.
And, you know, if you're not doing anything, you and your mother could go ahead and hang out with some ponies.
And if you have any GMI on campus ideas, shoot us an email at goodmorningillini@illinois.edu. And you know, Jared, with Mom's Day coming up this weekend, I've always wondered how GMI crew looked as kids.
Right. Well, Taylor, you're in luck because we have collected all of the baby pictures of some of the crew at GMI, and let's have a little fun. We could take a little bit of time guessing who's who in their throwback pictures.
Let's see. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay.
Andrea.
Yeah, that looks like Andrea. Boom. 1 for 1.
Oh yeah, money. Oh wait, that's not money, that's cards. Okay, who's
Addi.
that? Addi.
That's
Addi,
right? Yep.
Let's see. Chris Joe. It's definitely Chris Joe.
Yep, Chris Joe. Fellow anchor here. That's got to be Jose.
Definitely.
Yep. Let's see who's next.
Julia. She looks so cute. Let's see. Who's next?
Oh, that one's an old picture. That's
Ken.
TV Dad. Ken
TV
Erdey.
Dad. Let's see. Mariah.
No.
Oh,
That's Mady. No.
Mariah.
That's Mariah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's Mariah.
for sure.
Okay, let's see. Oh, come
That's
on.
got to be our MVP athlete, Catezone.
All right, no, this is the athlete, Roger.
Yeah, the real athlete.
The real athlete. Oh gosh, she's beautiful.
Who could that be?
Who could that be?
Right.
Oh snap, that's Taylor Howard. Okay, Claire.
Yeah, I think, yep, that's Claire. And then,
Ooh, that must be you. All right, let's see. Andre. Oh, look at his car on his shirt. Mady. That has to be Mady Rice, the infamous Mady Rice. Nathan, no brainer. I don't know. Bradley. Oh, I'm not good at this. Dan. That's definitely Dan. Wow, I wasn't that good at that. Oh well. Well, today we actually have some moms with us live in the studio. Let's send it over to Jared to talk with Addi and her mom, Penny.
well, hey guys, Addi, Mrs. Ippensen, nice to officially meet you. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're excited. Actually, I think Mom's a little shocked. She did not know she was going to be on camera until she walked in the studio doors and was like, wait a second. So, first big GMI debut.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Great to have you on the show with us. But sadly, Addi is a senior, which means she'll be graduating. So this is your first and possibly last visit to GMI. How does that feel?
It is very sad, but very exciting. Although this is very fascinating, everything you guys do. So I'm very much focused on what you guys are doing, not necessarily focusing on this is the last time for Addi. But that's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, Addi, you have a younger sister that's
Yes.
that's an incoming freshman. So I mean, this won't be your last Mom's Day weekend, of course.
No, it's not. And actually, she has an older sister who's 2 years older who also went to U of I. And so we will have lots of years left, and we've had lots of years doing this.
Of course.
Yeah.
But my husband and I both came to U of I, so this is like a second home to us.
It's cool because I feel like every Mom's Weekend has been different, though. Like, we always do something different, even though we've been here so many weekends.
So, what about this weekend? Do you guys have anything planned special in particular?
Well, I'm on a dance team here, and so every year we have our Mom's Weekend show. So that is one thing that stays the same. So we'll do that tonight, but then just kind of hang out with some of my friends and seeing their moms, and it's cool to just kind of hang out with everyone. You've become friends with my friends' moms too. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the other moms because I haven't seen them since Dad's weekend, I guess. Yeah, so
Right.
it'll be fun.
So, Addi, you know, of course, you're 21. Do you have any? Do you have any plans hitting up some of Champaign-Urbana's finer establishments?
Yes. Well, I feel like especially if you're an alum, you always want to go back or come back and hit up your favorite places that you went to. So we have our favorite places on campus, and maybe we'll see how I feel after the dance show tonight. We'll stop in and celebrate one last Mom's Day.
Play it by ear, see how you're feeling. Right.
And it's always fun to go do what she does all the time. So I'll do whatever she tells me to do.
Yeah.
This is the only time I listen to her.
True. Except for her coming on the show. She kind of listened to me on that one.
Right.
You're kind of stuck.
So, what are you going to miss most about Addi being here at U of I?
Probably her stories of all the fun things she does and those calls late at night or early in the morning to tell me about her classes or something she's done or somebody new she's met. I think that's what I'm going to miss the most is just hearing about U of I.
Yeah.
Is your sister in journalism or?
Well, Ayla, if you're watching, I think you should do GMI.
Yeah, you know.
No, she was going to come study communications, but I've been trying to get her to kind of join the family so you guys can hang out with her.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it doesn't have to be the last GMI show.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that's all the time that we're going to have today. Let's move on to our UI7 News Desk correspondent with Orri Benatar. Orri, take it away.
Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Ippensens. Happy Mom's Weekend. Happy April as well. And I'm outside here. We got some patties going on the grill. We'll get started right now on this UI7 news update, though. We'll start off with Champaign City Council elections. Not much has changed as Deborah Finan has won re-election for Champaign mayor, defeating challenger Azar Cobbs by a wide margin of 84% to 16%. It was a big victory for incumbent candidates with all three city council members up for re-election keeping their seats. Tom Bruno, William Kiles, and Matthew Gladney will be back in their chairs at the next city council meeting, with John Joachim coming the closest to unseating Kiles. He lost by only 2% of the vote. Some referendums passed around the county as Camargo approved of spending $600,000 on a new fire station, and Carroll Township also approved their own new fire station at $500,000. We'll go back to campus now. The Illini Hillel got on the quad on Monday to add a new addition in front of the Union. Members of the National Group Artists for Israel spray painted a mural dedicated to the Illini Hillel Center. Pro-Israel RSOs helped kick off this first event of Israel Week. The artwork is meant to promote peace, unity, and love of Jewish culture. Students of all backgrounds participated in the activity by expressing themselves on the backside of the mural. The event also became an opportunity to discuss issues of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Some students say that in a time when they're constantly challenged by anti-Semitic sentiments, this is one of many ways they stand together in harmony, with one word that stands out to most of them: shalom, or peace. A renewed version of the Bruce Nesbitt African American Cultural Center is almost ready to open its doors. The center's opening will be happening on April the 9th. However, the construction is not quite done yet. The crews will be finishing up the sidewalks and other concrete work this week. This is a $5.9 million project. It was funded through donations, university funding, and students' fees that support diversity programs. The new African American Center has been designed to be a welcoming space for black students on campus. Here's what we can expect after the inauguration of the center.
There's going to be some additions. We're actually hoping to provide some dance classes, some cooking classes, and some other things that we'll do in conjunction with student organizations. We're closer to the other cultural centers, so it may be easier to do more collaborations with them as well.
The center is located on Matthews and Nevada in Urbana. It was designed as a home for black students. However, its doors are open to everyone around campus. We'll end this first news update with some more construction, but this time we're going to go to downtown Champaign. With the town needing more space, we've seen restaurants such as Distill, Radio Maria, Baccaro, and 51 Main have already closed or announced plans to move from the downtown area. Champaign City Planner TJ Blakeman recognizes that this may sound alarming, but he says that these changes are valuable and will ultimately benefit the community and its residents.
That comes with a project. Obviously, we've built a very strong district in downtown that has grown to be known regionally, nationally, and so people come and visit and spend their dollars, so it's bringing dollars from outside the community into the communities.
So construction is already beginning in downtown Champaign as plans are underway. That's it for me for this first UI7 news update. I'll actually be returning outside here with Tommy for On Paper and for another news update. But now we got Addi, we got Patrick. Weather, I guess.
Yes.
We're outside for a reason, so take it away.
Nah, I think we're just going to hang out and talk. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we're here with your weather update, Patrick and I. And Patrick, it's cloudy, but beyond that, what else is going on?
Yeah, we got some not great weather for Mom's Day, but today we can expect 45 at the high with a real feel of 43, and going into tonight, we could expect actual increase of 46 and a real feel of 46. So we're getting the real thing tonight.
Awesome. And that's not, I guess, the most ideal weather for Mom's weekend, but it could be much, much worse. At least it's not raining a ton. Good news is, though, we'll have the rest of your forecast for you coming up later in the show. But for now, we are going to hang out with Grill Master Roger Blanco. Woo! I love these special shows that we do because it always means Ken gets us food.
Yeah, I love it. Look at this. We got stuff grilling here.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm going to prepare for all you guys, and now it's a pretty early morning show, so we're going to be hungry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What are you going to grab first, Patrick?
I'm a hot dog guy, so a little ketchup and mustard, and we'll be good.
I'm sorry we can't do a Chicago hot dog.
I need all the
sounds. Yeah, that would sound amazing right now.
I love it. Let's see. Anything else? You have any plans for Mom's weekend?
Me? Yeah, my mom's coming tomorrow. Gonna, go out to eat, catch up with her. It's been a while, but yeah, I'm excited. Everyone should be looking forward to it,
Yeah.
I know your mom's too. She's having a good time.
I know. She's so excited. I think she's recording us right now.
And Pat's too, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, we'll get to meet your mom later in the show, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
So we'll hear an embarrassing story about me.
Yeah,
oh, wow, I can't wait to hear that. Oh,
I can't wait. You hear that? The sound of Oh, I feel like I'm going to burn this microphone. We'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, I'm vegetarian. I wish I could have some of that, but it's okay. Up next, GMI's Nathan Reddy takes us through a cross-country workout.
Yeah, talk about something I don't miss. But then we tag along with Mady Rice and Sammy St. Ledger for a cooking extravaganza. And later, we see some other guys' a cappella alumni stop by campus.
Yep, and do not go away, because we will be back.
To the Lord, and I won't turn back. I will go, I shall go, to see what the end's going to be. I open my mouth to the Lord, and I won't turn back. I will go, I shall go, to see what
you. I feel not alone in this world, and you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Oh, Dapper Leon. I almost feel like every Friday I have a date. He'll have a vest or a jacket.
She sees me at my best.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
More moms joining the show. Tiffany, Mady Rice's mom, is in the studio with Addi. Let's get to know her.
Yes, that's right. Let's meet the Rice family. How are you guys today?
Doing great.
Awesome. We got our orange and blue on.
Yeah,
We're ready to
absolutely.
celebrate the weekend.
Yeah, excited.
So Tiffany, tell me, what are you most excited about for this weekend?
I'm excited about not having to plan anything, and I'm leaving it all up to Maggie and see what she has in store for us this
Isn't
weekend.
that so nice, and the roles are reversed a little bit?
It is. It's kind of nice to, take a seat back
Makes you
and
appreciate
Yeah.
every other significant day of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you have planned?
Okay, a couple things.
Okay.
We managed to get reservations, which is seriously a
It is
huge
so difficult.
struggle, as I'm sure all young adults pretending to be adults planning things now. So yeah, we have dinner reservations with all the roommates and all of their moms. We're gonna go see the flower show. She's gonna sit in on like a Media Palooza parent info panel.
Yes.
Which we're excited for. That's a first.
Get to give all your insights as
I
to...
suppose so, yeah.
Well, we all know Mady is very funny. She's known as being the funny one here at GMI. What are some funny stories that you might have about Mady? You can share some things.
Funny stories. The only thing
I'm so nervous.
You might need to be
You'd
nervous.
be in the hot seat.
The only thing I could really think of off the top of my head right now is when she was 3, she used to try to tell stories. And so I remember she told her preschool teacher that I like to smoke cigarettes while I peed in the shower.
Oh my God!
So from there, it's just kind of taken off. So
Oh my gosh, I love that.
she's still telling stories.
You are a storyteller by
Yeah.
nature. You were born to be a GMI or
Yeah,
a
my
story.
taste has really evolved, I think.
I'm glad you've matured in the type of stories.
Yes, like a fine wine. I've aged wonderfully. I don't know.
Like a fine one. And one last very important question. Are you as big of a Kardashian supporter as your daughter is? What is the obsession?
Is this the show that you like plan your day around, or I guess people don't plan their days around shows anymore, but
No, what?
No,
What are you talking
right.
about?
So I take it you're not as big of a
I
fan.
am not. However, Chris does do a mean prank telephone call.
Yes,
I'm
I
so
do
proud
love
that
it.
you know that.
I'm
Wow.
starting to get emotional.
Oh my gosh, the students become the teacher.
Wow.
Isn't that what Mom's
Chris
Weekend is all
Jenner.
about?
She's talking about Chris Jenner.
Yeah.
They're on
Yeah.
a first name basis.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah, and we do the same birthday cakes.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
gosh. I talked about that on our promo. My mom made like an exact replica of all the Kardashians' birthday cakes for my birthday.
No way.
It's
That's so
really
sweet.
amazing. I'll put that on our website. So
Yeah,
everyone can go
well,
check
stay
it out.
tuned for that one, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in. We so enjoyed your time here, and it's awesome meeting all of our moms. We'll send it back to Patrick.
Wow, not a Keeping Up with the Kardashians fan. I'm surprised. Mady loves that show. Anyways, let's keep this show moving as our very own Nathan Erdey took it upon himself to start running. He went over and got a good exercise with the Illini Cross Country Club. Let's see how he did.
We're here at the corner of Oregon and Gregory doing an 8 a.m. workout for Cross Country Club. I'm here with Mady that's going to take me through what we're actually doing today. Before we started running, Mady had a stretch. He wanted a dynamic stretch, so we started with high knees and finished with lunges. Now, let's get into the workout.
We'll start with like a 1 mile easy jog, and then we're trying to simulate 1,000 meters at 5K pace. Then we'll get about a 1 minute slow jog rest, then 600 meters at mile pace. Since we don't have access to a track, it's hard to measure out exactly. We kind of go by time. So that comes out to about 3:30 for a 1K, get a minute rest, then 2 minutes fast for a 600.
So how many times are we going to be doing this?
4 to 5, depending on how far.
I'm going to try to do it once, but we'll see how it goes. I'm tapping out. Oh my God. I did 1 lap, and I'm already dead. But how would someone that wants to get involved in Cross Country Club do that?
Well, we meet at the west side of the Armory on 4th and Gregory at 4:15 every weekday. And then on Sundays we have long runs. So, there's plenty of times to practice. It's usually after everyone's classes, and there's a big group. It's about 100 or so athletes. So there's going to be someone at your speed. So I definitely encourage people that did cross country or were interested in it in high school to definitely come and give it a shot.
Are you ready for this workout?
I mean, it's really early in the morning. I'm not usually up by now. I just want to go to Starbucks and get some coffee. I don't even like coffee that much. I just need something.
That was a lot of running.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that is when Nathan fell behind and I could not keep up.
You got to teach him some of your athleticism skills.
I'm a big athlete apparently here now.
It's going to be just the theme of today's show, Patrick the athlete.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sports, I know the Final Four is this weekend and our baseball team is playing very well.
That's right. Very exciting weekend in sports. With more, we bring it to Tommy Polcyn for this week's On Paper. Tommy?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we are back with another edition of On Paper. I'm here with Orri Benatar, our news correspondent. Orri, a big week in sports. What are we thinking?
Yeah, this is not my area of expertise, so we'll see how it goes. But a lot of stuff happening, especially on campus. Obviously, the big news around Illini football, Illini basketball, they're going to be selling beer.
Yeah, I actually was able to talk to a couple people from the DIA, learn a little bit more about their decision. Let's check out what they have to say. So they actually announced this on Tuesday. They will now be selling beer at both Illinois football and basketball games, as well as what actually they were mentioning. We could be seeing it as soon as this spring at baseball games. So they're waiting on some clearance for that. But the main attraction is that they will be selling beer at football and basketball games soon. Let's hear a little bit about what the DIA has to say about it. All right.
In the last couple of years, when we've asked what would enhance their game day or make them want to attend more games, having public access to beer was the #1 option that they chose. So all of those combined kind of led to making the decision now.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Marty was saying that, well, the main kind of driven behind this goal was to try and get more people in the stands. Do you think this is going to have a good effect?
I think it can. I mean, I think it also really depends on how the teams do next year. Obviously, football have a lot of up-and-coming freshmen that can do well. Basketball, a lot of expectations for them. But a very interesting decision from the DIA to decide. I think we'll see with baseball if they do have the beer for the last, probably 3 home series, they said?
They were saying hopefully the last 4 series in April.
Right, maybe they'll try it at softball for, a series. But I think for football and basketball, this will help and definitely probably raise the experience for alumni.
So they were saying for next fall they will be bringing in softball, but softball itself, they have to get another thing passed, so that actually will not be a part of it until next year.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, interesting to see it coming back. And but yeah, kind of also another big thing in sports this weekend is the Final Four. Who are your picks this weekend? We got Texas Tech. I personally like Texas Tech a lot. Shout out Matt Mooney. But hey, what are you laughing at?
Well, the fact that Tommy literally knows a college athlete from every team and every sport. So that's an inside Illini drive joke back in the days when we were doing radio. But yeah, very interesting mix of Final Four teams. I mean, Auburn and Texas Tech never been there before. UVA hasn't been there since '84. Michigan State won a national championship back in 2000, last team in the Big Ten to win it all.
Michigan State is the only team in this Final Four that has actually won one before.
Right, because UVA has never won one despite them being a very historic program. Charles Barkley's going to be very excited for that game on Saturday. But just in terms of what's going to happen in the games, obviously Michigan State have been playing some great basketball, beating Duke. Huge, huge boost for them. Cassius Winston is playing out of his mind. I think it'll be a Spartans-Cavaliers final. I think UVA will pull it off because I think defensively they'll be able to shut down Winston and Goins and McQuaid. But at the same time, looking at UVA offensively, they've improved a lot with Kyle Guy, Diakite, looking really good. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know, I got Texas Tech versus Auburn. Texas Tech taking the ship. Go Matt Mooney. Roll Dons. Let's wrap it up for today. This is all we got. Thank you so much for joining me, Orri. You know, stick to news next time, but you did okay.
I think I did fine.
Yeah,
I got to be doing news right now, so you need to give me this and give me that.
My guy.
So we're going to be having another quick news update. We're going to start this by going back to the quad. Construction on Wright Street has continued, but it's still disrupting students' commutes to class. But other than sidewalks, what else is being replaced? I actually went out to the quad to check out the construction and talked with MCOR and the Champaign Public Works to see how they're responding to the students' reactions.
MCOR's Project 4 has continued around Wright Street and Armory Avenue as part of a 5-step plan for the city through 2021. The current phase's goal is to create better driving lanes, wider sidewalks, integrated bike lanes, and updating the water main system. But with all these new improvements taking time to complete, students are upset with the new bus paths and longer commutes. Freshman Daniel Owen has found it just inconvenient.
That's super inconvenient. The bookstore, Transit Plaza, that whole area is a really convenient place to get, and it is more difficult to navigate around.
Quad construction continuing here around U of I. As you can see all the way around me, looking like a BMX track over here as the entire sidewalk has been lifted all the way stretched out to the Armory. Students unable to walk this way, but if we come over here right now, you can see the sidewalk is also closed all the way out to Altgeld. So students forced to walk towards this direction into the quad for the rest of the school year as the construction project continues.
MCOR and Public Works understands how construction on campus has disrupted student commutes. Chris Koster, a public information officer for the City of Champaign Public Works, explains how this phase had to start now rather than in the summer.
This work takes this long, and you know, we certainly understand you know, people needing to get places, and trying to, most of the work we try to do only during the summer.
This phase of the project is expected to be finished in about a few months. The entire project as a whole will take 2 more years, so by 2021 this entire MCOR project, 5 phases, will be done. But that's all for me today. Again, happy Mom's Weekend. Hopefully we get some nicer weather, but we're going to send it back to Addi and Patrick, guys.
Now, with me being a freshman and living on my own for the first time, what's something that will show my mom that I'm doing all right for myself?
I feel like there's so many things, you know, just maybe tidy up your room a little bit, toss the dirty laundry somewhere. But you know what will really stand out?
What?
Maybe a home-cooked meal if you can do that in your dorm.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. We're not unwell. Best I can do, PBJ.
Oh, okay, well, that's a good start. You had to start somewhere. How about we tag along and learn what Mady Rice and Sammy St. Ledger are cooking for their moms this weekend.
Hey, Sammy! Hey! Thanks for coming.
Thank you, thank you.
You're your coat. Oh my gosh, I love your dress.
Thank you.
So cute.
It was actually, it was my mom's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she wore it like in like her 20s and 30s.
Yeah, speaking of moms, are you excited for Mom's Weekend? A little cooking adventure?
Yes. So like, what should we make?
I'm thinking we just like dig up something in the Everything College cookbook.
Okay.
It can't, my moms are great cooks, it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
It's all in the mom genes.
Alright, well, before we do that, actually, let's like look in your fridge.
Yeah, let's see what we actually
throw
have.
together what we have.
Yeah. Okay, we got some good stuff in here. Like, minced garlic is perfect. I use this like in everything, like cereal, it's the best. Ooh, like sweet relish is good. Like, you know, pickles, like hot dog, who doesn't love that? Ooh, orange juice is great. I use this, like, you know, brush my teeth with and everything. Yogurt is great. It's my roommate's, but like she won't mind. Use like in a sauce or something. Ooh, okay, like eggs are just like a classic. There's like 3 left, so like that's enough for like a whole family. Ooh, I could use my old birthday cake.
I'm just gonna start listing things and tell me yes or no.
Okay.
Thanksgiving turkey with gravy.
That's a quick, easy one. I'd say we could do that.
Okay. Might need more orange juice.
Yeah.
Chicken risotto with vegetables.
No. I'm allergic to vegetables.
All right, Maddie, I'm gonna be honest. I think we're down to one option and one option only.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Hot pie, breakfast.
Maddie, did your mom ever like make anything for you growing up?
Oh my gosh, everything. My mom was like Martha Stewart. She can cook anything, she can sew anything. And I can make eggs. Bambi, is your mom coming down this weekend?
Oh yeah, Kim's coming down. We're actually competing in like a bags tournament. We're gonna embarrass all of the boys in my house. Hot. All right, to moms.
Ooh, and the finishing touch. What, do you want some? Minced garlic?
I'm gonna hold off on that one.
Oh, that looks so good.
All right, wow, that was pretty good.
I know, right? Like almost as good as our mom's.
Oh God, Maddie.
What?
This was supposed to be for our moms. I'll call the pizza guy.
Well, that looked so good until Maddie tossed all that garlic on it.
Yeah.
You know what else might impress your mom this weekend?
What?
Singing a song, maybe, or something? Are you musically inclined at all?
I sing in the shower. That's about it.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
I can try, but I'll leave it up to professionals and the other guys. A cappella groups and some alumni stopped by campus and performed.
Mike Ferguson graduated from the University of Illinois in the 80s, but the university isn't the only thing he's an alumni of. Last weekend, he and other past members of the men's a cappella group, the Other Guys, loosened up the vocal pipes to perform alongside current members for their 50th anniversary performance.
Part of the job, once you become an alumni here, you just realize, well, that's, all right, what song we try to sing, and what is this? And you have to get out your reading glasses, because you got to actually look at the notes again.
The musical tastes and personalities that make up the Other Guys have changed as members come and go from year to year.
Current members and alumni say each decade's group has something that makes them unique, from a preference for emotion-driven songs to lyrical comedy.
There's obviously some differences generationally. I know we value maybe some different things, or we dress a little differently, but there's kind of a common strand to being an Other Guy, you know? Even though so many of us here are so different and do so many different things, there's a certain Other Guy-dom to everything we're doing here.
For alumni like Ferguson, the experience brings a lot of nostalgia, but interacting with current members is what he enjoys most.
We feel terribly old when we get here. We actually don't at first, but then they make us realize how old we are, and so then it slowly just breaks us down a little bit, and so then we power forward, and we're able to make it just because we know that in the end, we've had our day in the sun, and it's fun to just watch these guys have fun.
Past and current members say they plan to meet up again for a weekend reunion in 5 years. In Urbana, Luke Cooper, Good Morning Illini.
Well, if we're looking for something to do with our moms this weekend, Mother Nature has been kind to us, for the most part.
Yeah. Let's go outside and get this weekend's weather forecasts. I'm hoping Chris and Erica can give us some good news.
Good morning, Illini. It's Chris Joe along with Erica Finke giving you another weekend weather look. And as Patrick and Addi said earlier, it's not the best start to Mom's Weekend. But on the bright side, we do have our man, Grill Daddy Roger, over there cooking away.
Cooking some hot dogs,
yeah, cooking some hot dogs and for hamburgers.
Absolutely.
Erica,
yeah.
you excited for this Mom's Weekend?
I'm so excited. It's going to be a great weekend. And it's going to be nicer weather tomorrow, too. So We definitely, we're going to take a look at this weekend's weather. So today it's going to be a high of 62, a low of 46. So right now it's about in the 40s, higher 40s. So it feels a little chillier right now.
There's a warm-up on the way.
There's a warm-up on the way this
Right.
Saturday. It's going to be 70 degrees, mostly cloudy, partly sunny. 55 degrees is a low, so definitely a little bit warmer. And then Sunday is even warmer.
Yeah, you're going to have to bust out those umbrellas because it looks like rain is in the forecast.
How unfortunate, but it will be 71 with a low of 56. How exciting.
Yeah, a lot going on
Oh
in the
my
weather and a
goodness.
lot going on the Richmond Journalism Studio Plaza with Roger still cooking away. You know,
Oh,
got a burger
absolutely.
going. He's
Oh,
got
I'm
some hot
so
dogs
excited
going.
about this.
Wow, Roger, you're just a man of many talents. You're just
I know you
grilling
guys
away.
are a little hungry. Chris, you want anything?
Yeah,
Woo!
possibly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take a hot dog,
we
man.
got 2 burgers, a hot
Wow,
dog.
wow. Just for me, Roger?
It's definitely kind of cold outside, but these hot dogs are sizzling.
They are.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Hey,
Mm.
you can always grill, no matter
Always,
what.
always.
My dad, he loves grilling no matter what.
Mhm.
No matter what, literally. Like,
That's
it could be snowing. At least he has something covering it.
Well, that's great, Roger. We'll enjoy
Yeah.
these hot dogs, and we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, up next, we welcome UIUC Black Horse as they give a performance you won't want to miss.
Then we welcome more moms into the studio, and we have Jose's Cebeda's show. Student shows us how to be an adult.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Drop that baby.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
I send him a text. He texts me back and say, "Who dis?
The next few weeks, you just made fun of me, like would answer the door and say, "Who dis?"
Who dis?"
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
If you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
40% of food in America never gets eaten. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Erica Finke, and unfortunately, this is my last Mom's Weekend, but we have a jam-packed weekend. We're going to go shopping today for some matching outfits tomorrow. How cute, I know. Very excited, but we are going to keep this show rolling and head over to Chris with our glamorous live guests. Chris?
Thanks, Erica, and I'm with two people from the U of I's Black Choir. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We have Brianna Tyler and Jerry Balfour here live in the studio. So, guys, my first question, now, if you didn't know, Black Horse started in 1968, and what's it like being in a student organization with so much rich history?
I can say for myself that it's an all-encompassing experience. I mean, even so, Black Horse is experienced in many capacities. It's a class, but it's also a RSO. And so on the class part of things, we learn about the history of the organization and the history of the music that we sing. Black Horse is the only choir on campus to have continuous running time. So from 1968, we're the only choir that has continued working and serving the students without interruption. And it started with 4 students, and now we're 80 and 90 strong. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. For me, like, I don't really think about it at certain times, but sometimes it's just wild because there were so many people that came before us, and when we get on stage, we're pretty much standing on the ground that they established and trying to push it forward.
And then how'd you guys get involved with the Black Chorus?
I knew about the Black Chorus when I came in as a transfer junior student, but I actually knew about them before I came to campus.
Oh, that's awesome.
When I was a freshman. And so as soon as I got here, I knew it was something I wanted to do. I heard them singing at academic brunch. I mean, Black Chorus sings everywhere. And so I just was like, wow, I saw them and I had to be a part of the group.
Oh, when I was first registering for classes, one friend referred me to it. And I didn't know too much about it at first, but then I signed up and then came to one of the first rehearsals, and then the rest was history from there.
Yeah, and Brianna, like you were saying, you guys perform all over the place. I saw that you guys were at a workshop in Atlanta. So what's it like just traveling and playing at all these sorts of different venues and places?
I think it's a humbling experience. Wherever we travel, we get to kind of see what it's like in the different climates, wherever we are. And I think that it's an enjoyable experience to see that the music doesn't just touch people here on campus in the Champaign-Urbana community, but it's a nationwide thing wherever we are. And internationally, Black Chorus has traveled as well. And so wherever we go, we take that love and the joy of the music, and it really serves the people.
I know, it's honestly a dream. Like, you barely hear about people being able to travel and perform music at the same time. I remember my freshman year, we went all the way up to Wisconsin to perform at the Capitol for Martin Luther King Day, and we were able to stay with members of a church that was hosting us, and really being able to connect with a lot of those church members and talk to them. That was really empowering.
Wow, and of course, it being Mom's Weekend, you guys who have another show on the horizon, and looking at the Facebook page, I noticed that you guys are just intermixing all these different genres, gospel, pop, R&B, and yeah, so can you kind of tell me, can you just give me a little preview of what's coming up? And then I noticed that you guys are going to give a special shout out to the graduating seniors, so what's going on with the show coming up?
Yeah, so our concert will be experienced in 3 parts. Our first part is our formal set of music, so we'll sing spirituals. Our second set of the concert will be a tribute to popular music, so we're going to do a tribute to Aretha Franklin, James Ingram, and then our last part of the concert will be our gospel music selection. So it's an all-encompassing experience. Wow. We sing music from the Black American experience across the board, and we're really excited to show for you guys.
Yeah, that's so exciting. If you didn't know, if you weren't aware, they do. Black Chorus does have a show coming up in the Follinger Great Hall. So yeah,
tomorrow.
Saturday. Yes.
Tomorrow.
Tickets are $10. So yeah, just check them out. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hope to see you at 7:30
yes,
Saturday
sir.
night.
You already know I'm going to be there.
We actually got a sneak peek of the show too coming up from Black Chorus, so we're gonna hear them for a little bit as well.
There's freedom, though you've captured freedom, though you've captured me. I've got joy instead of mourning. 'Cause you give me joy down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. You give me joy down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. And you give me joy down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. And you give me joy down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. I've never been so free, caught in your love. You love me. I've never been more secure, knowing you're so glad you love me. I've never been so free, caught in your love for me. I've never been more secure, knowing you're heart, Lord. Down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. You give me joy, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. You give me joy, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. You give me joy, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul, down deep in my soul. I've never been so free, caught in your love. You love me. I've never been more secure, knowing your heart, Lord.
Erica, what an amazing performance.
Oh
And,
my goodness,
I know that
absolutely.
you're the kind of the authority on these things, being a former music major. So kind
Vocalist,
of, what was
musician.
Your 2 cents?
Oh my gosh. Well, I used to be in the black chorus myself, and what an incredible group of musicians they are. And I mean, they really put their heart and their soul into the music.
Yeah, you can
Dr.
tell.
Ollie
Yeah,
Watts Davis,
absolutely.
who's the professor that teaches it, is absolutely amazing. And what an amazing woman to be teaching such a great choir. So they're going to have a great show tomorrow.
Yeah,
Definitely
it
see
should
them
be
tomorrow
exciting.
at 7:30.
Well, Erica, we're getting close to the end of our special Moms Weekend show, and we can't say goodbye without shout-outs from our moms.
Mila, I'm so excited about Mom's Weekend. I can't wait.
Me too!
This weekend is only for moms. I'm
Aw,
sorry.
I miss Juju.
I know, but he'll be back soon.
Yay! Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. I am Sheila Bunton. Cannot wait for Mom's Weekend 2019.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Julia's mother. Happy Mother's Day.
Good morning, Illini. Love you, Mady.
Good morning, Illini. Jose, I love you. I'm very proud of you, and I know you're going to do amazing things in your life. Good job, son.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. I can't wait to have a great Mom's Weekend. Bye.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. Here's a big shout out to Brad Zimmerman and the rest of the students working on the show.
Good morning, Illini. Kayla Farmer here. I'm Jared's mom. I want to let the GMI crew know what a fantastic job you're doing this semester. Keep up the great work, and everybody have a safe and fun Mom's Weekend.
The moms of GMI and give them some recognition. Special shout out to Andrea's mom with the shades. I saw that. Well, our last mom in the studio today is Jane Catezone. So let's go on over to Erica to meet her.
Thank you, Chris. I'm here with Patrick and his mom, Jane, Miss Catezone. How are you guys doing today?
Great. It's exciting to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We're glad to have all the moms in the studio. So, Patrick is a freshman, so this is your first Mom's Weekend. Are you excited? What are your feelings? What kind of activities do you have planned for this great weekend?
Oh my. Very excited. I went to school here, so it's
fun to come back and experience Mom's Weekend with Patrick. I'm not sure what we have planned, but I'm sure lots of out to eat and walk around campus.
How fun. Oh my goodness. So we're dying to know, what are some funny stories about our boy Patrick?
Funny, oh.
Maybe some embarrassing.
Something embarrassing. Well, one thing that does come to mind is Patrick likes to rest and sleep. And he is famous at our house for just falling asleep. So mid-sentence, you know, we're getting ready for a sleepover when he was little, and his cousins would be like, "Hey, Patrick," and Patrick, and he's like, we say, "He's gone," right? He loves to. He just nod off.
I hope you don't do that in the anchor chair.
Yeah.
I really hope you don't. I mean, if you're notorious for that. So, being a U of I grad, 88 you said, right?
Yes.
88. Oh my goodness, how exciting.
Yes,
so did you want Patrick to come to U of I?
Oh,
what
for
were your thoughts
sure.
about it?
I mean, my family is an orange and blue family. My sisters went to U of I. My brother-in-laws, my nieces and nephews. So we love the Illinois, and we're glad Patrick's there.
Absolutely bleed that orange and blue, Patrick.
Yes, we do.
Well, that's all we have with Jane and Patrick. So thank you so much for coming by, and we're going to check back in with Chris.
Well, moms are in town this weekend, but for the rest of the year, we're on our own, and sometimes that can be a struggle. GMI's Jose Cepeda took the county market to try and help us out with adulting. Let's check it out.
Cepeda, and if you're a freshman or sophomore getting ready to move into an apartment next year, this one's for you. I'm going to teach you how to grocery shop.
I always go through the ads and look for sales, and I try to make as much stuff as I can myself so that you can get pre-made packaged stuff, where it has everything for you, but you can get more food if you just make it yourself.
So not every sale in the world is the greatest sale in the world. For example, we can see here that this Ocean Spray cranberry juice is $2.99. It looks like it used to be $3.89. However, if we go over here down the aisle, we can find the generic brand cranberry juice for $2.49. So why would you spend so much more on cranberry juice? I mean, a couple of cents, it's going to add up at the end. You got to be smart about how much you buy. For example, deli meat does not last very long, so if you don't finish the meat in time, you're basically throwing away your money. So you might notice that you get coupons in the mail from your local grocery store. But when you go to County Market, you can press weekly ad at this kiosk and look at every single sale they have. You need water to live. However, you don't have to pay for it. This is something I learned in my poli-sci class. All the water in the United States is set to a certain standard. So why spend money on bottled water when you could get yourself a water bottle? So those are just a couple of tips that you can use when you're out shopping. So now, as you can see, I didn't actually get anything. That's because I'm a journalism student. I don't have the money for it. I'm gonna go to Aldi.
Yeah, guys, so I can't believe our show just kind of came and went.
Really did.
Yeah, so weekend weather-wise, warm up on the way. Should be good temperature-wise, but if anyone got brunch plans, because you do have to try to stay dry.
I don't think you can do a mom's weekend without brunch.
Right.
I feel like they kind of just it has to happen. So
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, we talked about plans, and then once again weather.
Yeah, 62 on Friday. I mean, both Friday and Saturday, you're looking at mostly cloudy, some sun in there, so 62 high today, and then 46 is a low. A little chilly, and then Saturday also high of 70, so pretty warm, low of 55. Sunday, get out your umbrellas, your rain boots. It's going to be a high of 71 and 56 as a low. So, definitely some good, some decent weather for a mom's weekend, wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I love these hour-long shows. I think it's so cool to we tried so many different things today.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah,
a lot of
so
moving
many
parts.
guests. I love having the moms in here. I feel like our worlds are kind of colliding with so many people.
So I gotta ask, what was it like for you to have you guys moms on the show?
It was
so
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get any embarrassing stories,
Yeah,
but everyone else did.
The sleeping thing is
right.
I mean, it's accurate.
I was just about to mention that.
Patrick.
Just let me know if you need like a Red Bull or like espresso. I will be more than happy to donate to the Keep Patrick Catezone Awake.
Yes.
Guess I need it. So
that's right. Well,
then, seeing Eddie and your mom, you just guys both have the same energy. It's
my
pretty
God.
awesome.
You're the same people.
Yeah.
Same person.
It's kind of scary. I know.
see.
My sisters and I, we always comment on that. So it's kind of crazy.
Well, that's all we have for our show today. A great Mom's Weekend show. I hope you guys all have a great Mom's Weekend, but you can keep up with us on our social media. You could like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Sling us a follow.
Sling us a follow.
And maybe our moms, too.
And as always,
Make it a great day and good morning, Illini.
What a show. What? Our show. We did it.
It is so warm.
See, I feel like
I know, it's really hot right
anchor-wise, like